if the trans-affirming mother of a minor goes to the court and complains that her MAGA husband or whatever, you know, maybe he hates Trump, but he's just a Christian who loves Jesus. Maybe he's not. Maybe he gets drunk once a week, but he lives in reality the other 6 days, and he knows that there are only boys and girls, and he doesn't want to chop his son's family jewels off. He doesn't want to sterilize his son for life by injecting him with testosterone blockers and pumping him full of estrogen at 12 years old. Maybe he's a deadbeat dad and not even very involved, but he's not going to allow his son to be chemically castrated. And he's not going to call Sammy Sally. And the mother goes to the court in Colorado because her husband is referring to their child by their dead name because Sammy wants to be called Sally at the public school. And so the father now, if this becomes law in Colorado, could lose all visitation rights in custody. He could be convicted of child abuse. Child abuse. Because he calls his son Sam and says, "Hey, son, how are you? How are you doing?" Because he talks about his son to his friends and he says, "Yeah, my son Sam, he played a great game today." Bigot, child abuser, coercive control. That's what that would mean in the state of Colorado. You think that this ideology is going to go gently into that good night because Trump's in the White House? No. Like all wounded animals, they become dangerous when they're wounded. More dangerous. And by the way, like some of this stuff has already happened before, you know? There was a couple in Montana that they went and told their story on my friend Ali Bestucky's show. Do you remember this? Do you remember this? Their daughter, I think it was a girl, thinks she's a dude, whatever. The hospital moves her to a different state where they can get away with gender-affirming care for minors. And the couple, the mom and dad, went on Ali Bestucky's show to tell their story. And they were convicted with violating a gag order because they were talking about their own child who was being chemically castrated by the hospital and taken away. I've told this story the mom in California who appeared in a documentary by my friend Robbie Starbuck that I appeared in as well called The War on Children. And her daughter thinks she's a boy, starts using pronouns, school goes along with it, hides the gender identity, trans-identifying nature of her daughter from the mother because she thinks that she's a boy. CPS, she's taken, she goes to a state-run facility where she's treated as a boy. The mom doesn't know where her own daughter is. The daughter's a minor. She calls her mom, says, "I'm sorry, this is what's going on." The mom doesn't know where her daughter is, and the daughter walks in front of a train and kills herself. Okay, there's been other such cases around the country. There was a dad in Texas, Jeff Younger. Yeah, Jeff Younger. Go read his story online. Okay, a dad from Texas whose son or sons, I think he had twins, but at least one of them was chemically castrated as a minor, and the court ruled against the father and in favor of the trans-affirming mother.